Wake up every morning and have a cup of tea. Marmalade on toast for breakfast, it's the life for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for not turning up to vote on June the 23rd.
For the EU referendum. Thank you.
We know you won't. So, thanks for letting us decide. We've got this.
I don't suppose you care whether we're voting to leave or stay.
You probably don't even know there's a referendum.
I remember when my grandparents decided my future for me.
Just like we're deciding for you now. Take phone chargers, for example. Who better to decide policy on mobile phones
than those who know them best? How do you turn this on? I can't do this.
The EU has made it so that come 2017,
If you have an,
LG 5X?
Or a Samsung S7.
it doesn't matter, because all the charges are going to be the same. Did I get that right?
Whether you're all about leaving,
Because of wages being pushed down by EU migrants.
or you're firmly in the stay-in camp,
and it's EU regulations that you actually get a lunch break in your workplace. It's so kind of you to let us decide.
And puzzling. We're retired.
You do know we're retired, right?
but what we can't quite understand
Is why you're letting us make all these decisions. These all seem to affect you.
More than anyone else in society.
My granddaughter told me that she has to pay tax on her tampons.
because the EU think that they're a luxury, not essential.
Not that it affects me, I haven't had them for decades.
Our university was free.
I even got paid to go.
As an EU citizen,
If you go and study in the EU, you don't have to pay anything.
And that a third of our young people from the UK are considering doing that.
Well, that's got nothing to do with me. I'm not going to university and I'm not going abroad.
I don't want some EU bureaucrat.
making our laws for us,
There's only one group of people
That should be making laws in this country.
And that is us.
Old people.
And we're glad you agree.
people say that your generation only care about themselves.
selfie, selfie, selfie.
You don't seem to care about yourselves at all.
You're happy to stay home.
Face chatting.
Face slap timing.
Nap timing or whatever it's called.
Why you let us decide your future.
Just look at the last election.
Hardly any of you were registered.
And guess what?
Almost everyone in our age group registered and voted.
It's not a coincidence that we get
Free travel on the buses.
Free TV license.
Winter fuel allowance.
triple locked pensions.
Free prescriptions.
You name it, we get it.
And what do you get?
Nada.
Tuition tripled.
Youth clubs. Closing.
Constant cuts in youth centres.
You're easy targets. So thank you. Thank you so much for not voting.
Young people.
We like you just the way you are.
Never change.
Sorry, you can't actually smoke inside here.
Bloody EU.
That's nothing to do with the EU at all. Actually, that's UK law.